What's up, YouTube? This Starwolf. Look here. Okay. This video is mainly directed at the young, it's directed at the youth, because there's things that's taking place right in front of everybody's eyes that, many people are not aware of. Older people should be aware of what I'm about to speak of, but I know that there's many young people that's not aware. So if you someone that's older listening to this video, I would hope and pray that you give them the information that I'm about to give in this video. See, one thing the youth must recognize and realize is you must remember, when any community, especially the black and brown communities, come together in peace, that there's always going to be agent provocateurs amongst us. And many FBI and CIA agents, you could call them spies or whatever, they've been put into the community to cause trouble and disrupt the peace and harmony amongst the people, by using divide and conquer tactics that they developed, that they've been using for many, many years, since the 60s and 70s and 80s, from COINTELPRO, which is the counterintelligence program. Okay? They use these same covert tactics, the same ones they've been using. They still utilize them. The only thing that's changed is the year and the people. That's it. That's it. See, you must beware of gang activity being on the rise, because infiltration is at an all-time high. And it's due to all the protesting that went on. See, they didn't plan on things getting changed. They didn't plan on protesting lasting this long, and they didn't plan on people coming together as they did, especially all the young people that came together. So these new organizations that's springing up during these protests, from all the young activists, all the ones, everybody, I see y'all in the news. I see you in the media daily. That's a beautiful thing. I love it. And it's many of y'all too. It's many organizations that's just popping up now. Everybody's starting a new organization. People love protesting. People love doing what's right and fighting for the people. Okay, they love being activists. But I'm finna tell you some things about that. And I'm finna open your eyes, so you must beware. You must pay attention. You must adhere to what I'm about to say, because it's very, very real, and it's very, 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 very true. Okay? The first thing they're going to start doing with these new organizations and with these new activists, and especially if you're a leader, listen to this. They're going to start putting you guys against one another, to make it seem like this organization is better than that organization, or this organization is not doing what they supposed to be doing, or they'll use tactics as this person from this organization told us something about this organization, or they will start spreading lies, smear campaigns. They will do everything they have to tear you down. Believe me, they will put you guys against one another and make it seem as if it's a competition. Now, I want you to know something that's real. I want you to know something that's real. If you real about what you doing and you running an organization, be prepared. Be prepared for the worst, because freedom is not gained. Freedom is not gained by just sitting back and just being passive. You're going to have to work for it. And they going to make you work for it. They going to make you work for it. And while you working for it, some of you are going to die. That's the bottom line. Success doesn't come without sacrifice. You would not gain success without sacrifice, not real success. Some of you will be lied upon, and they will send you to prison. They will put fake charges on you. Some of you will be beaten. You will be harassed. They'll use tricks like wiretapping, illegal wiretapping, surveillance. Oh yeah, they'll mess with you to the point to where if you're not strong enough, you're going to want to stop doing what you're doing. So you have to be strong, and you have to be aware of all these type of tactics they use. See, back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, they did this. They didn't never stop, but they just did it a lot back then. And they still doing it to this day. The government puts, look, check this out. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you about how the gang violence keeps going on. Back in the 80s, the government had put crates of guns on trains and sent them to the black communities. They did this in Watts. Okay. And they acted like the train had stopped and broke down. Just conveniently stopped and broke down in the ghetto, right in the middle of the ghetto. Okay. They left the train overnight knowing that it's going to be certain people in the community who's going to go to them trains because they know that these big freight trains is carrying cargo. And in this cargo, they have all sorts of things. So they know people are going to check the train. What did they have on the train? In the midst of the gang violence wars, when it was really, really kicking up in the 80s, they had nothing but guns. Nothing but guns. They had other things on the train, too, to make it seem like, you know, they didn't want to make it seem too obvious that they were actually putting these guns in the black community. But see, that's what they did. And once these guns hit the streets, all the AK-47s, AR-15s, M16s, all the weapons you could think of, the beautiful ones, the ones that kill, what you think happened? We started killing each other up. And see, what they do is sit back and laugh. And then after all the killing is done, what you think they do? They come in and they clean up. And they get the ones that's dead. They dead and gone. And then they get the ones that did the killing. They indict them and throw them in prison for many, many, many years. And then they come in and take over the community. That's one of the tactics they use. Beware of that. If any of y'all see anybody leaving a diesel in any community unattended, and you know it's stuff on there and it's not locked, don't fuck with it. If you see any trains come through and they just happen to conveniently break down, don't mess with it. All that shit is government ran. They still utilizing the same tactics. These are the tactics from COINTELPRO, counterintelligence program. Okay? This is one of the biggest tactics they use, and they drop off drugs the same way. If they don't drop them off like that, they use their other method, where they go and get somebody black out the community and make them into a big baller or something like that. Somebody that's working for them, an informant, so they can distribute their poison in the community. Believe that. This is the same type of tactics that the CIA uses in other countries when the countries is fighting amongst themselves, having civil wars. They drop off weapons so they can fight amongst themselves, and then they come in and they implement a new type of government, new type of laws for that country, and they take over. See, they do this to steal the land. It's a reason. It's a method behind their madness. You have to pay attention now. Believe that. Beware the drugs hitting the streets in the communities harder. Keep your eyes open. Weapons, gang violence, because they want to cause dissent. They don't want. It has to be division. It has to be division. Beware the media making up stories that never happened. Beware of that, because the media is going to make up stories talking about the Crips over here killed the Bloods over here. That's who did it. And it'd be something that never ever happened. And if you're not smart enough, if your eyes not open, if you're not woke, you'll think that really happened. And then they'll get everybody to fighting amongst each other still. I'm not saying everything stopped, because it didn't. It's still people out gangbanging and killing. But I'm saying beware of it shooting up. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be at an all-time high, because they need us to keep being divided. No peace. No peace. Our motto is no justice, no peace. Their motto is no peace whatsoever. Because as long as there's no peace, we stand divided and we stand weak. And they can keep infiltrating. Okay? Beware of them using illegal surveillance tactics amongst you. You see what I'm saying? All the wiretappings. You might think you being followed, think you tripping. You're not tripping. It's really happening. They really doing that. They really following you. If you a leader of one of these organizations, or if you just a leader anyway and you stand out and you an activist, beware. See, they gonna be on y'all because y'all young. You have a lot of life left in you. People are watching. The whole world is watching. And they following, and things are being changed for the better, and they don't like that, so they gonna try to shut you down, just like they already. The FBI came and surrounded the one brother. The video I made. They gonna do that. They'll trump up false charges against you. They'll do everything they have to get you, to destroy the movement. They'll do everything within their power they have to destroy the movement. If you don't believe me, there's a this black dude, his name was Louis Tackwood, and he wrote a book called The Glass House Tapes. You know, everything is documented. Everything is, you know, he can give you dates and times from when he testified about what he was doing when he worked with the FBI and the LAPD, because he was an agent provocateur. He was an informer for the LAPD and the FBI. So he brought down a lot of people, a lot of our peoples. He infiltrated organizations. And he did this during the 60s and 70s. He exposed a lot. His name is Louis Tackwood. The book is called The Glass House Tapes, you know. Check it out how they do. They still using the same tactics in 2020. The same tactics. And they gonna come at y'all hard. They gonna come at you real hard, and they gonna make examples out of certain people. And them examples is so that they can instill fear within you. If you're an activist or you part of an organization and you see 2 or 3 people get arrested, And they may say they robbed something. They may say they robbed a bank or something, and they really didn't. And they sit off in there fighting and fighting and fighting for their life so they can get out. And they end up going to trial and losing trial and get 30 years. That's to instill fear in you. And on the flip side, they give them that much time so that they could put it into their heads and minds that you would no longer be doing what you was doing on the streets. You would be in here for the rest of your life. There'll be political prisoners. Yeah. Like I said, some will die. They will kill them in front of you. They will set them up. If you're not familiar with what happened to the Panthers, with what happened to the Weatherford Underground, what happened to the US movement, the Singalese Army, the Black Liberation Army, all them groups that was around in the civil rights era, go look it up. Go research. And you'll see you dealing with a different wicked machine now. You dealing with the devil for real. And the devil finna bring it to you. All I'm gonna say to you is peace and stand strong. Stand strong and firm in what you believe in. Let me know how y'all feel about this. I'm Starwolf. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. If you've been tuning in and been following me, I appreciate you. Anybody that has donated to my channel in the furtherance of my channel, I appreciate you as well. Make sure y'all hit that like button and that notification bell so you can get my videos when they drop. And make sure you share my videos on all social media platforms. Peace.